Hi everybody, my name is Vesa Tiainen and I'm designing next generation wheels and tires. And noise in the tires is something I'm trying to get much lower. And I have been reading studies all over internet, and here's one good study which makes you ponder what's the optimal tire pressure for your car and for your tires. And it's not so clear as you might think that if you lower the pressure, you lower the noise inside the car. You also need to think about rolling resistance. If you put higher tire pressure, rolling resistance usually gets lower. So you would like to get as high pressure as you can, but noise wise, you want to use as low pressure as you can. So you need to make a compromise. And here's one great study which was done, I think, from Poland. And what's the influence of tire pressure on road noise? And here you can see some noise pictures taken where noise comes inside the car, mostly from tires and wheels. Also the mirror, door handles, all the gaps in the car, they make noise. Also the windshield, hood position makes noise. But most of the noise comes from tires. So here they have looked what kind of tire construction normally is, what kind of temperatures they have, uh, explained what kind of noise measuring they use. Here they drive by, measure the noise outside the car with different kind of cars. Similar way than they do the EU noise measurements. So meter is next to the car rolls, engine shut down. Speed was it 80 kilometers per hour here, about 60 kilometers per hour there, and 20 meters before the measuring point, they shut the car down. And the measuring point is 1.1 to 1.5 meters from the car's pad, and it measures the voice. And here they have tested so that they have tire pressure starting from 3 bar, and they lower the pressure 0.2 bars at once. One go and then measure next round. And they have different kind of cars, different age cars. Oldest one I think is this Volkswagen Passat 2001, and then they have Mercedes, Chevrolet, Lacetti, all others. Newest one is this Opel Insignia, and each car has one or two different tire sizes which they measure. And here's the average noise values from all of the measured. Let's zoom in a little bit so it's a little bit clearer. Even so. So here, if you have 3 bar tire pressure, the average noise on all of the cars and all of the tires is like 81.8. Then if you lower the pressure to 2.8 bars pressure on this measurement, on average the noise is higher, and then they get it when it goes to 2.6 bars, it gets much lower, and it goes back and forth here. It's not so rational, but overall the noise is getting down until you go very low pressures when the tire starts to make noise again. But this is the average. But then if you look here, it says on average the noise lowers 1.5 decibels if you go from 3 bars to 1 bar or something like that. But that's not interesting. What's interesting is this table here. Here are all the tires for each cars. They have tested summer tire and winter tire. And when you go from 3 bar pressure to lower pressure like 2.8 with this summer tire, Hankook Ventus Prime 205 55 16, with 3 bars they have measured 81.4 decibels. And if you put only 0.2 bars lower, it has lowered to 79.8. So there's 1.5 decibel change or something like that, only if you change the pressure 0.2 pressures down. That's quite a lot. Then it jumps back with 2.6 pressure 81.8, so it's even higher than 3 bar pressure. So in a way, these measurements don't make any sense, but if they are true, you really should try different kind of tire pressures for your wheels and tires, and find what's the optimal tire pressure for noise with your tires. It's not the same. Some of them go down all the time, and then some of them are more rational, some not. So you should try to test your tire pressures. What's optimal for your car? You can not easily do it on the road. You can do it similar way that they have tested, that you glide in neutral and test it, but there the wind and everything else starts to play impact. The best way to do it would be that you find some kind of rolls where you could drive actually, and the car is just standing still, and then you measure the noise inside the car, because you want to find out the noise inside the car. The problem with the EU tire marks or the EU tire patches is that uh, the noise is measured outside the car, and that's totally different noise than what is actually heard inside the car. So you need to find what's the noise inside the car when it's the lowest and when it's the nicest. That's what's interesting you as a driver and car owner, not the noise it makes to the side of the tire. And I know that tire manufacturers who are doing the EU label measurements, they have certain cars they want to use because they know that it will create lower noise for the tire as well. So the cars and the joints, how the structures and lower suspension arms are joined to the car, and how the suspension struts and shock absorbers are made, depends what kind of noise the tire will make in the official EU measurement cycle. And they do lots of tricks also there to find out, to get the lowest tire noise values for these tires which they start to sell. So bear in mind, the official EU tire label not necessarily tells nothing about the tire noise inside your car, because it's always related to the car itself, the wheels you are using, and the roads you're driving, and nothing is same as in the official tire measurement tests. That's the tricky part. So you need to do a lot of research yourself to find what's the optimal, or you can use something that some knowledge that somebody has done the test for you and use that combination for your car. I'm trying to find what's the optimal combination for Tesla Model Y, and I'm doing a lot of research. At the moment, laboratory tests are rolling on dire measuring laboratory, and we are trying to find what's the optimal rolling resistant tire, what's the optimal wheel and tire combination for that car. And I tried first to do this test on road and got 10% energy savings, and the car is much quieter. But what's the optimal? We want to find the optimal, or close. What's the best? It's not necessarily the optimal, it's the best we could find, and that's what I'm trying to do. But here you can see, I will post this link how you can find, but influence of tire pressure on road noise. If you use that with Google, you can find it, this study, and look it for yourself. Thanks for watching.